Welcome back to the new class. I am going to tell you about the new science lesson, growing new plants. The main idea of this lesson is to help students understand, especially you, that seed dispersal and vegetative propagation are adaptations in plants that help them to grow. In this class, and you will be observing and comparing plants to explore how some plants reproduce using their roots, stem, leaves, and also it will help you to investigate the need for the seed dispersal. Let us understand our topic. If I tell you flowering plants usually form new plants from seeds, it's not a new for you. But if I tell you sometimes some new plants are formed without seeds, then it's new for you. So this happens mostly in non-flowering plants. Let us listen to our topic. Our topic is growing new plants and subtopic is growing plants without seeds. The keywords: vegetative propagation. The aim of our class is to understand the new plants can grow without seeds. How do they grow without seeds? Let us find out. Here is a question for you. What produces new plants? From where do we get new plants? How do plants make seeds? So let us find out these answers in our further discussions. And here is a sample for you on the screen. And this is a sample of potato with buds. Now you can look at the picture carefully. There are some yellow structures which are coming out from the potato. If you look it carefully, you can see the circled one. So now I have zoomed it. You can see it. Now what did you observe on the potatoes? What do you think are these white structures? What role do the eyes play in a potato? What is the role of these eyes and what you are seeing on this? So let me tell you clearly that some white structures are coming out. These white structures, so-called eyes or buds of potato, they are called buds of potato. The new plant grows from the eyes or the buds in a potato plant, and the new plant grows from this eyes of the potato. So here if you look at the potato carefully, the buds, you can see from these buds new plants will grow. Means from potato a new plant can grow through the buds. So let us move on to understand this topic more and more. Now you can see the picture of this potato plant. This potato plant can give rise to a new plant without seeds. As I told you earlier, some plants can grow without seeds. So this is here you can see a potato which can grow without seeds. So what is potato actually? What part of the plant is potato? Where on the potatoes are new plants growing from? Where from the new plants are growing from? And what do you call this type of phenomenon in which new plants are made from stem? So if a new plant is growing from stem, what do you call that process? Now let me tell you, actually potato is a underground stem. It is a stem of a plant. It is a stem, and the part of the stem from which a branch or a leaf or a bird grows, that is called as node. If you look at carefully from this point, if it is growing, you can see a lateral bud is there. If you see, if any leaf or bird or branches, if they are growing from the point, and if from this point if the plant grows, then it is known as nodes, NODES, and this is called bud. There itself bud is there. The point, I will show you clearly what is node in the upcoming topics. The part of the stem from which a branch or a leaf bud grows is called as a nodes. And so new plants will grow from that nodes. Now let me show you what is the nodes here. Now you can see from this leaf is coming out. So this part specifically is known as a node. So nodes are the point from which a new leaf or a bud grows or a branches will grow. Such point is known as a nodes. Hope you understood clearly what is node. Let me repeat. The part of the stem from which a branch, leaf or a bud grows is called node. So the new plants grow from the node of the stem. This shows that new plants can grow from stem of the plants. So, and I also asked you what is the process from which a new plant is growing from a stem. So such process is called as vegetative propagation. Now you can see here vegetative propagation seen in a stem, and you can see clearly the picture of the node here. So they are absolutely shown you very clearly. You can see here, this is the picture of the node. This is one, and also you can see carefully the sugarcane. This point is also called as node, and this point is known as a bud. There also it is clearly labeled. You can carefully observe. If you look at, these points are called node, and if a plant comes here, leaves come out from this, then this is a point, right? This is a point called node. So let me tell you what is node once again. The part of the stem from which branch, leaf or bud is grows is called a node. You can see bud and node are different. Remember this. Now you can see the pictures very clearly. Let's see this very clearly. If you look at very clearly, you can understand this is node and this is bud. Okay. Finally, we understood the difference between node and the bud. So now let's know what is a vegetative propagation. Let me tell you once again what is vegetative propagation. The phenomenon by which a new plant forms from the other part of the plant without seeds. So other part of the plant means if a new plant is forming from a stem or a leaf or a root, then such process is called as vegetative propagation. And there are many examples are there. Here are many examples you can see. From a ginger also a new plant is growing. So this process is called vegetative propagation. Can you see ginger also? And you can see from sugar also. Sugarcane you can see is a stem from which a new plant grows. You can see here an example of sugarcane where a new leaves are arising or coming out, and see here adventitious root is also formed. So hopefully you understood that what is vegetative propagation. And vegetative propagation is a process in which a new plant is formed from any other part of the plant other than seeds is called vegetative propagation. Or also we can say it is a process in which new plants are formed from roots, stem, leaves or buds of a plant. And also on my screen you can see here is a rose plant and a gardener is cutting the part of the stem. You can see where he is cutting and how he is doing cutting. You can see here carefully. If you look at carefully, he is cutting below the node. He is cutting below the nodes. You can see, and 45-degree angle we need to cut this, and then the above part which we will cut, this above part, this one will grow into the soil. So this type of process is called as cutting. So this cutting is done in specially it is an artificial method of propagation. So we have two types of vegetative propagation. One is natural, another one is artificial. So this is artificial method of propagation seen in rose plants. Hopefully I think you understood very clearly what is vegetative propagation. Now let us watch a small video clip regarding the vegetative propagation process which is taking place in potato, and also various vegetative propagation videos we will watch now to understand it better. Let us welcome back. Now let us summarize what we have learned so far. Point number 1. Some white structures are coming out from so-called eyes or buds in the potato. The new plant grows from the eyes or buds in the potato plant. The potato tuber that we eat is the stem of the potato plant. The part of the stem from which a branch, leaf or bud grows is called node. Please note down this point carefully. The part of the stem from which a branch, leaf or a bud grows is called node. The phenomenon or a process by which new plants are formed from any other part of the plant other than the seeds is called vegetative propagation. If you want to simplify this, you can also say it is a process in which new plants are formed from roots, stem, leaf, buds of a plant. If a new plant forms from a root, now potato is a stem from which a new potato will grow, so this is called vegetative propagation. Ginger, from a ginger is a stem, again from a new plant will grow, so this is also called vegetative propagation. So to simplify the definitions, it is like this: it is a process in which new plants are formed from root, stem, leaves or buds of a plant. So these are the examples: ginger, sugarcane and money plant. After understanding this topic clearly, let us move on to a question which makes us to think. As usual, I said to you, this is exceed brain tickler. So let us talk about this brain tickler. What is a difference between the growing of a new potato plant from the eye of the potato and the gardener growing a rose plant from stem cutting? What is the difference between this? Say new potato plant is growing from potato. It's also vegetative propagation. Gardener is growing a rose plant from stem cutting. This is also vegetative propagation. But what is the difference between these two processes? Try to think. Finish your S1, collect a few samples of potato ginger with birds, write your observation in your notebook. Okay, it's only a rough can do, and finish practice question 3 and 8 from your exit content book. This is your homework. Please do it. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.